Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the details about the chapter Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics. All of you know that every professional practitioner needs social understanding to do his work well. Therefore, it is the duty of all those involved in pharmacy field to be sure that the pharmacist in training knows the standards of professional conduct and understands that deviation from those standards cannot maintain the status of pharmacy profession. Pharmacy Council of India has formulated the Code of Ethics for the guidance of pharmacists. From this video, the learner will be able to understand the difference between law and ethics and to be familiar with different code of ethics related to pharmacy profession. Law means rules of human conduct binding on all the persons in a state or nation, and ethics are the rules by which a profession regulates actions and sets standards for all its members. The law of government has to be followed by every person compulsorily, but the social customs and the duties are not compulsory. That depends upon individual. See the difference between law and ethics. Law means rules of human conduct binding on all persons in a state or nation, and ethics are the rules by which a profession regulates action and sets standards for all its members. Law may prevent one from causing injury to another, but it cannot force him to help his neighbors in hours of need. But helping the neighbor is the function of ethics. A law is something you must obey, and ethics is how society expects you to behave. Law deals with actions that are punishable, and ethics deals with right and wrong. Laws are written and approved documents, and ethics are also written words, but they are not carrying any legal status. If law is broken, a violator may be subjected to punishment, a fine, or imprisonment. If rules of ethics are broken, the professional body may subject the violator to loss of professional privileges. Now pause the video and just give the answer of the given question. What are the different ethics which should be followed by a pharmacist dealing with his job, his fellow pharmacist, public, or medical profession? The various code of ethics which are formulated by Pharmacy Council of India for guidance of pharmacists are: pharmacist in relation to his job, pharmacist in relation to his trade, pharmacist in relation to medical profession, and pharmacist in relation to his profession. Pharmacist in relation to his job. Here comes pharmaceutical services, pharmacy or drugstore, handling of prescription, handling of drugs or ingredients, and the practical training. Regarding pharmaceutical services, a pharmacist should provide efficient and comprehensive pharmaceutical services through the medical store or pharmacy. Such services include supply of commonly required medicines without any delay, as well as in emergency at all times. Pharmacy or drugstore. In every drugstore, there should be a qualified pharmacist to have a personal control over the pharmacy. A pharmacy should be planned in such a way that there is no accidental contamination in the preparation. The appearance of the premise should reflect the professional character of the pharmacy. Handling of prescription. Prescription presented for dispensing should not be discussed with patient or others regarding the advantages and disadvantages of the drugs. After receiving the prescription, a pharmacist should not show any expression on his face so that the patient will lose faith on physician. There should not be any addition, omission, or substitution of ingredients in the prescription. If there is any change in the prescription, it is necessary that, in the interest of the patient, it should not affect the reputation of the prescriber. Pharmacist should not recommend any particular prescriber unless he is specially asked. Handling of drugs or ingredients. While dispensing the prescription, the ingredients or drugs must be weighed or measured correctly. A pharmacist should always use drugs and medicinal preparations of standard quality. Practical training. While imparting practical training, the in-charge pharmacist should see that the trainee acquires sufficient technique and skill. No certificate should be granted to the trainee before completion of the prescribed training period. Pharmacist in relation to his trade. Here comes price structure, fair trade practice, hawking of drug, and advertisement and display. Regarding price structure, prices of drugs and medicinal preparations charged from the customer should be fair, including compounding and dispensing charges. Fair trade practice. A pharmacist should never make any attempt to capture the business of his fellow pharmacist by unhealthy competition, that is, by offering reduced prices, gifts and prizes, etc. Trademark, label, symbol, or any other sign of the pharmacist should not be copied. Hawking of drugs. Hawking of drugs and medicines should not be practiced, and any attempt should not be made to collect the orders from door to door. Self-servicing method is also not allowed in pharmacy, as it would encourage self-medication, which is undesirable and dangerous. Advertisement and display. There should not be any display or advertisement on the premises, in the newspaper, or elsewhere regarding the abilities and services provided by the pharmacy. Pharmacist in relation to medical profession. Here is limitations of professional activities, clandestine arrangement, and liaison between medical profession and public. Regarding limitations of professional activity, a pharmacist under no circumstances should practice medicine, that is, diagnosis of the diseases and prescribing medicines. However, in case of accidents or emergencies, he may give first aid services. Clandestine arrangement. A pharmacist should never enter into secret agreements with the medical profession, physician, dentist, veterinary surgeon to offer commissions or gifts by recommending his dispensary or drugstore. Liaison between medical profession and public. A pharmacist is a link between medical profession and public. He should be constantly in touch with modern development in pharmacy and allied fields. He should be expert in the field of pharmacy so that he may advise the physician on pharmaceutical matters. He should have sufficient knowledge to educate the public to maintain their health. A pharmacist should neither discuss physician's prescription with customers or disclose to them the composition of prescription. Pharmacist in relation to his profession. A pharmacist should observe the law and ethical principles to maintain the standard of profession. A pharmacist should extend the help and cooperation to his fellow pharmacists in an emergency. A pharmacist should always try to remove corrupt or dishonest conduct of the member to maintain the status in the society. A pharmacist should have fair knowledge of law of the state and nation regarding food, drug, pharmacy, education, and health. And a pharmacist should have up to date knowledge of the professional matters. Thank you.